Hey guys, Matt here. Out here in the deer woods doing some direct seeding. And I haven't done much of this before, so this is all new to me. Got a new gadget here we're going to be trying out. It is the Squirrel 1.5. You can get yours at the website right there. Might help if I turn it around. Basically, you push the that part into the ground there. Let me get it out of the RTV here. It takes a plug out of the ground. Has a plunger right here. You drop the nut down into this part over the top of the hole, and then you use the plunger to eject the core back over top of the hole and you step on it. Should make planting nuts real easy where you don't have to bend over. So my idea is that I'm going to go along here. Back about 8-9 years ago, I went through here and I planted a bunch of Concordia oaks. They were bare root seedlings, and several of them have made it, but they hadn't done really good, very well. So I'm going to go along here, and in between the Concordias, I'm going to plant a variety of different oaks, some DCOs, some regular chickapin oaks, and even some chestnuts. I've never planted chestnuts like this before from seed. This is early fall here in Texas, and I'm not sure that they're going to have time, to be stratified. I don't know that we have cold enough winters, I guess you could say, for the nuts to get stratified. So this is going to kind of be an experiment here to see if any of them come up in the spring. I have some still stratifying in the refrigerator at the house, so I do plan to come back and put some more down in the spring if I do not have any come up. So anyway, just kind of hedging my bets there in case that does not happen. All these nuts were gathered from trees that I have growing in my yard, so I did not buy anything extra. So I will start planting, and we'll try to do a little video of how this thing works, and we'll get started here and see how it goes. All right, guys, so I'm gonna try to do this and hold the phone and the bag and the nut all at the same time. So I'm trying to plant bur oak, the first thing here, and I can tell you it does not like to plant, at least the bur oak that I have. I don't think these are any different size, but that's the size that the ones that I have here. It's kind of hard to tell just by one there, but I already have made the hole, so it makes the hole just fine. We had some rains here the other day, so the ground is nice and soft, and I don't know if you can see down in there, but it's positioned right over the hole. And so even the 1.5 is too small to fit. So what I've been doing, and the radical is going to come out of this end, so, and then the shoot, the tree is going to come out the top. So I've been putting it in this way. I don't know if that's the wrong way or not. And it just barely fits. So, but watch what happens when I put it down in there. Sometimes the seed gets lodged before it falls down. This one may not do it, but I've had others get lodged. Don't sound like that one got lodged. But see, the hole is not big enough. I don't know if you can see that down there. The seed is just sitting on top of the ground. So I just been stepping on it to kind of push it into the ground. And then there's no room to eject the core. So you just kind of have to pull up while you're ejecting it. and it will put it just, you know, right there on top of the surface, and you have to just step on it to cover it up. So even though the 1.5 is still a little bit too small for bur oak. So anyway, I don't have many of them, luckily, so I won't have to only have to fool with it for just a little while. I think I got 2 or 3 more in this bag here that I'm gonna plant right here. So anyway, just wanted to let you guys know that bur oak, even on the 1.5, is really a no-go. It doesn't plant them very good. Hey guys, all right, well, that took a little longer than I thought it would, and I'll give out. I had to stop. Well, I got them in the ground, at least, and I'm all wore out, so that's all I'm gonna do for now. The green is oaks, and the pink flags, I don't know if you can see them or not. They kind of, the camera doesn't pick them up very well, are chestnuts. I just planted Dunstan chestnuts. The deer don't care what they are. So anyway, they're all in the ground. I'll crank it up here, drive real slow till I get to the gate. If I can get it in gear. Well, there we go. Just planted them all along this edge there, and I put the flags down. It would have been a lot easier to plant them if I hadn't had to put the flags down, but we shred this like twice a year, and if I didn't put the flags down, there'd be a chance that you know, it'd accidentally mow over them. So there's several in here. There's DCO, there's Dunstan chestnut, and there's Concordia oak, along with the Concordia oak that are already here that haven't grown worth a darn. So they're all in here. I planted them real close together, and you know, I did that on purpose. I figured, you know, obviously all of them won't come up. So if I get any to come up, will be good. And if I get more than I planned for, you know, I can always thin them out later. I planted some down that little path right there. So anyway, there you go. Got some in the ground. I'll probably be planting more once I rest my foot up. So take care, guys, and God bless. Hey guys, Matt here. So I wanted to do a follow-up on my videos I took yesterday after I got to use the Squirrel for a little bit. Went out for about, I don't know, it's probably an hour and a half, 2 hours, and got several, well, you saw in the videos, got several nuts planted. We'll see how well they do, if any come up in the spring, if squirrels or rodents manage to dig them up. But anyway, wanted to do a follow-up and tell you some of the things I like about it, some of the pros and cons, things like that. I really like the construction of the device. I mean, it's nice, it's well built. All the welds on the unit are real nice. It's real heavy duty built. This thing is going to last for a long time. It's got the plunger there is spring loaded, and the grips are a nice touch. The handle grips, and so anyway, I like it. I like it a lot. And a few things, just a couple of gripes that I had while using it. Doesn't plant bur oaks that well. Now this is the 1.5, and I thought this is the biggest diameter unit that they make. They make an actual small one. I can't imagine using that one, but I got the bigger one because I wanted to plant chestnuts. and things like that with it. And I thought it would be big enough, but it really wasn't. I planted or tried to plant bur oaks, and while they did go through the pipe, you had to fit them down in such a way that they really didn't go down in the hole. They just kind of, I had to feed them through down the pipe from their end. And so when I did that, they're too big is what they are. And so when you stick this end down in the hole to make the hole, and then you put this part over the hole to drop the nut down, what it does is those bur oaks are so big that the nut, when it falls down, it just sits right on top of the ground, basically right on top of the hole. And then when you eject the plug, it stands up about that tall right on top of the ground, and then you just kind of step on it, and sometimes that pushes the nut down in the hole, sometimes it doesn't, sometimes the dirt just kind of mounds on top. I tried to make it work the best I could, but I kind of had difficulty with bur oaks. I also found that I had difficulty in the same manner planting Dunstan chestnuts, because they're Dunstan, fairly large size chestnut, and had the same issue. While they did go through the pipe, they're such a diameter that they just kind of laid on top of the ground. Some of them went down in the hole because they were a little bit smaller than the others. But anyway, I had some issue with Dunstan and bur oaks. Now, the others, acorns that I planted, like DCOs, some swamp white oaks, things of that nature, some Concordia oaks that I got off my trees here, no problem at all. Now, I will mention that the DCO acorns, they are real tiny little things, and sometimes, and I don't know if it was just because I had didn't have it lined up over the hole just right or something, but what would happen is sometimes I would drop that tiny little nut down the pipe, and it would just kind of rattle down in there, and sometimes it wouldn't go down in the hole. It would miss the hole completely. And I don't know, like I said, I don't know if it was just a problem with me or what, but I noticed it only happened on the DCOs. If the acorn that I was using was a little bit bigger, like a swamp white oak or a Concordia oak or something, where the nuts were a little bit bigger, no problem, they went in the hole every time. So I feel like it was probably just the nut. When I drop it down in this pipe here, it's rattling around down there as it goes down the pipe, and it's sometimes they end up on the outside of the hole, and it's not really a big deal. You can just use your foot to push it on over in the hole, and then eject the plug over top of it and push it down. I mean, the whole idea of this thing is so that you don't have to bend over, and it helps save your back. So in that regard, it does its job, and I think it's a good deal. This thing will get lots of use. I've got lots of nuts that I can go out to the deer woods, and I plan on taking it with me every time I go in a little bag of acorns. And every time I go fill up the corn feeder or what have you, I'll find a spot and plant 10 or 15 acorns real quick in the ground, just to just to put something in the ground, you know. Surely the squirrels and everything won't find all of them. At least that's what I'm hoping. And so anyway, that's my strategy right now with this thing. And I'm, you know, if I get, you know, if I you know, like I said online, if I end up planting 500 acorns and I get you know, a 5% success rate, I'll be happy. They don't sound like much, but you know, I'll take it. So anyway, there you have it, guys. I didn't mention this, but the paint on this thing is nice. I believe it's powder coated. Looks like it is anyway. So if y'all are anybody's on the fence about buying one of these things, y'all go out and get you one. You'll be glad you did. All right, take care, guys.